Hi guys, and welcome once again to this week's edition of the Coffee and Hero Show, coming to you live, well, semi-live from home. Big delivery this week. So first of all, massive thanks to Keith, who looked after the store this weekend. He was there Friday, Saturday, Monday. Busy days all around, so thanks to everybody who came through the door. There was even a nice positive Google review left for Keith as well, so maybe I should leave him in charge more often, take more days off. Just saying. But yeah, we were back over in England for the weekend and catching up with family, catching up with Vicky's mum and dad, with her sisters, everything else, and it was nice to be away for a bit. And I'm getting better, at switching off. I'm getting better at sort of taking a few days away from the business, but at the end of the day, the business is a big part of my life. I'm always thinking about it, and plenty to come home to. So delivery arrived on Monday. Again, Keith very kindly got everything bagged and boarded for me. So today I just had to organise and do pull lists. Geez, pull lists are approaching 200 people now. So again, thanks to everybody who, trusts us and comes to us for pull lists and so forth. So that's great to see. So it just takes a bit of time to get through it all. So rather than just skipping the YouTube stuff this week, I wanted to make sure I got it done. So I just brought both the new release graphic novels for this week home. Got them bagged, priced, sorted, and then I've brought my own pull list home as well, so I'll be able to take you guys through what's on my pull list this week. I didn't do a video for last week for the pull list simply because I still haven't brought it home. It's still upstairs in the store. Just the end of last week was manic with, preparing everything for going back over to England. So, but anyway, I'm going to take you through. This is stuff that's going to be going onto the shelves, onto the racks this week, which is the 19th of January. Thanks, computer. So it's a combination of new stuff and some new omnibuses, some previously released omnibuses. We've got tons of graphic novels here. Some again are new releases. Some of them are top-ups for the shelves. So kick things off, we've got Marvel Zombies. So we've got the complete collection of Volume 1. So Marvel Zombies proving more and more popular. Again, every time we get it in, it just seems to disappear off the shelves. So this basically collects Ultimate Fantastic Four, a lot of issues of that. Marvel Zombies 1 to 5, Marvel Zombies Dead Days, Black Panther, a whole bunch of stuff, and it's mostly by Mark Millar, Robert Kirkman, and Reginald Hudlin. And art, you've got Sean Phillips, you've got Greg Land, you've got some great people working on that as well. So nice, big, thick trade paperback to kick things off. Next up, easily one of the biggest release trades this week is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is subtitled Beyond. So this is where the Beyond board, if you will, or the Beyond cavalcade of creators have come together to introduce Spider-Man or reintroduce Spider-Man after the Nick Spencer run. So you've got people working on this such as Zeb Wells, such as Sarah Pichelli, Patrick Gleason, Kelly Thompson. Tons of people working on this and also integrating Ben Reilly into the Marvel Universe a little bit more as well. So it's pretty comprehensive. It's thicker than your normal Amazing Spider-Man graphic novel. I mean, it contains issues 75 to 80 plus 78.BEY. Plus material from Amazing 74, which was setting this stuff up. And then the free comic book day, Spider-Man Venom as well. So tons of content in there. It's pretty heavily Marvel like this week as well. Some might say that's a good thing. I agree, it's always a good thing. Next up, we've got Hulk. So this one is Apocrypha. This is basically if you want to be complete about the Immortal Hulk run in trade paperbacks, you've got 1 to 10, which is the 50 issues that Al Ewing and mostly Joe Bennett did. But for this one, this is the tie-in one-shots that were released during the run. So you've got in here, Immortal Hulk, The Best Defense, Absolute Carnage, Immortal Hulk, Keenan Black, Immortal Hulk, Immortal She-Hulk, Immortal Hulk Zero, Immortal Hulk Time of Monsters. I mean, there's tons of creators, again, worked on and played in the Immortal Hulk universe, if you will. The likes of Simon DeMeo, Peter David, you've got Aaron Cooter, you've got Bob Sharon, Dan Brown, Adam Kubert, Mike Mignola, Chris O'Halloran. You've got tons and tons of great creators who worked on this as well. And again, that just will flesh out that Immortal Hulk universe a little bit more. Definitely one of the ones I'm most excited about this week is Butts in Seats, the Tony Schiavone story. So again, it's, my love of AEW, everyone well knows it at this point. Tony Schiavone was originally a interviewer, ring announcer, and commentator back in the WCW days. And then he stepped away from wrestling. He'd fallen out of love with it, did a lot of stuff in the Turner Network in the States for American football and baseball and this kind of stuff. But AEW brought him back to wrestling. And he was approached with the idea of doing an autobiography of his time and telling some behind-the-scenes stories. And instead of doing a book, he decided graphic novel would be the way to go about it. Apparently, this might be the first volume, and there's a chance of there being more. Now, I ordered pretty big on this. I do have quite a few ordered in, but top-ups are going to be difficult because it's source point press. Source point press will not do massive print runs, even of graphic novels. So if you're a wrestling fan, or this is the kind of title that would interest you, get in touch with us and let us know, and we can certainly hold them for you. But I got a what's called a little Ashcam preview of this, which detailed maybe about 12 pages, and I thought it was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to digging into that this week. Next up, we have Star Wars Bounty Hunters trade paperback. So this is going to be all the War of the Bounty Hunters stuff. So these are all the tie-in series. So you've got issues 12 to 17. Ethan Sachs has been doing great work on Star Wars. Next up, we've got another Aftershock title, so Silver City. Aftershock are pumping the titles out at the moment, and there's some really good stuff amongst it as well. With this one, I've only read the first two because I struggled to find issue 3 for some reason. Imagine being a comic store and struggling to find stock. But I've got 4 and 5 there, and then I'm trying to track down 3 at the moment. But yeah, 5-issue miniseries. When a young roughneck lands in Silver City, the gritty, purgatorial metropolis of the afterlife, she must adapt to her new existence while attempting to uncover how and why she died. Her mission is derailed, however, when she rescues a newly dead girl from a mysterious kidnapping attempt and discovers powerful kinetic abilities. Next up, we have a little DC. We've got Crime Syndicate. So this is the 6-issue miniseries from Andy Schmidt and Kieran McKeown. So this is spinning out the events of Dark Knight's Death Metal, working on the Earth 3 Justice League, if you will, which is the Crime Syndicate. So anybody who really enjoyed the likes of Flashpoint, for example, going back to that and getting a little bit familiar, and Forever Evil, getting familiar with the Crime Syndicate. Next up, we have United States of Captain America. This was a 5-issue miniseries celebrating 80 years of Cap, I believe. Christopher Cantwell writing this. It was all about different Captain Americas sort of all around America who had been inspired by Cap, by Steve Rogers. But there was also some bad guys who were inspired by him as well. So the shield gets stolen, and Cap and Falcon are on the case. Next up, we have Transformers Back to the Future. This is just a ton of fun. 80s nostalgia at its best. This was a 4-issue miniseries. I thought that they really captured the voices of both movies, especially Back to the Future. You know, Marty McFly is the main character in this. Doc Brown's in it as well. There's even Biff and the likes of that in there. I really enjoyed that, as I say, just the 4 issues. Next up, we have Reign of X. So we're continuing on with these. We're up to volume 8. So again, these are all of the XMen series that have been spinning out ever since X of Swords. So this is going to collect issues from Cable, Children of the Atom, Excalibur, X-Men, and Hellions. Next up, we have Nightwing, The Joker War. So this is the Joker War tie-in series. This was some of the best Joker War stuff. I thought Nightwing and Batgirl were the two that really stood out for me. Essentially, this was, you know, at the time it was Rick Grayson, and he was still confused about his real identity. The Joker played on that. There's some really cool stuff here. I mean, it all leads to the return, as it says, of Dick Grayson, of Dick coming out the other side, so to speak. So Dan Jurgens working on this, Ram Benjamin, Ronan Cliquet, Nick Filardi as well. So again, with the Joker War stuff, for me, Nightwing and Batgirl were the two best tie-ins. Next up, we have the next volume of Daredevil hitting trade paperback. We're up to volume 7. This is going to cover 31 to 36. So this is everything you need leading into Devil's Reign, which of course is the Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto run at the moment. Again, I can't recommend the Daredevil stuff enough. Trade 1 is unfortunately proving a little tricky to find, but we have it right here, number 7. If you've been lucky enough to get on it from the start. I'm always trying to source it, but it's just proving difficult. Hopefully Marvel are going to do another print run. Next up, we have the latest volume of Miles Morales. So this one's called All Eyes on Me. This is Saladin Ahmed's run on Miles Morales, working with Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, the Spider-Verse movie, Ken Parsh, Dave Loveness. So tons of people here. This was to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Miles Morales as well. Next up, we have another volume of Berserker back in stock. So I pre-ordered these. Were all being solicited for a brand new print run through Diamond on the previous order a few months back. So we placed the order. When they come back in stock, they'll send them our way. So this is volume 3 is coming. And again, these are always the beautiful hard covers, you know, collecting loads and loads of stuff together. This collects Berserk volume 7 to 9, blows it up. Beautiful hard leather bound cover there as well. Another popular one that's back in stock. We're going to be jumping into sort of the omnibus hardcover section now of what's new in this week. So we've got Invincible back in stock. Every time I get it back in stock, it flies out the door. I got 3 of these in this week. 2 of them are already accounted for. Got 1 more ready to go. I'll be ordering it again, no doubt, before too long. So what have we got next up? Next up we have one of the best Batman stories of all time, which is Arkham Asylum. This is the beautiful hardcover collection, or the deluxe edition, if you will. So as well as the, you've got the original fully painted story together with Grant Morrison's completely annotated script, page lights, as well as a 16-page gallery of preliminary and promotional art by McKean, and also Karen Berger, who was the DC or Vertigo editor at the time, I should say, has a little essay in here as well. So if you've never read Arkham Asylum, it is fantastic and it will mess with your head. Next up, so we're on to a few Omnis now. So first up, we've got X-Men Volume 1. So we're jumping right back to the start of the X-Men here. This collects the X-Men number 1 to 31. So omnibuses have been getting more and more popular in our store. More and more people are enjoying the larger format. They're enjoying the collected format. And when it comes to the older issues especially, this is the only way to do it. You know, if you go back and try and collect the single issues of X-Men, it's very, very tricky. The Mighty Marvel Masterworks are proving popular as well. I've showed those off before and we've been getting those in store, the smaller versions, collecting 10 at a time. But for those who want the full-size artwork, again, these omnibuses are the way to go. So very, very comprehensive and very much complete way to start with the X-Men. Next up, we have the Sensational SheHulk by John Byrne. So another omnibus that has arrived our way. This is collecting Sensational SheHulk 1 to 8, 31 to 46, and 48 to 50, as well as some other material from Marvel Comics Presents issues. So this is essentially doing all the John Byrne stuff. We've been waiting ages for this to come in. I pre-ordered this 7, 8, 9 months ago, but they just took their time in getting it to us, but in stock now. This one was actually on last week's show, but I'm going to bring it up because A, we sold out of it, and B, we've got it back in stock. And C, I read it all over the weekend. So, Ultimate Spider-Man, we've got the Omnis back in stock again. I was told by someone who watches this very show that only 10 I ordered in. Only 10. Imagine an independent store only ordering in 10 omnibuses that are 100 quid or more. Go figure. But yeah, we sold out of it. It's one of the Spider-Man runs. It is iconic for many, many reasons. I had never read it before. But over the weekend, while we were in England, I made sure to read this. It covers 39 issues, I believe, yep. And then there's the wee half issue as well. I read it in 2 sittings. Absolutely fantastic. Full of heart, full of humour. Mark Bagley artwork the whole way through it. What more could you need? Bendis is on great form here as well, writing-wise. So, back in stock, Ultimate Spider-Man omnibuses. And then we finish off then with another hardcover. Not quite an omnibus, but another special edition hardcover. And this is Batman The Long Halloween, Dark Victory. Now, this is essentially the follow-up, or as it says here, the sequel to The Long Halloween. The Long Halloween I love. I've talked about it many, many times, how much I love it. And essentially the sequel went about introducing Dick Grayson to this world. So that's why you'll see Robin on there as well. Not quite as good as Long Halloween, but it's not far off it. And to be honest, not a lot of things are as good as Long Halloween. But yeah, this is another lovely deluxe hardcover. I mean, the Tim Sale art will never get boring. I mean, he was firing on all cylinders at this point. Jeff Loeb crafting a great story. I could live in this world all day long when it comes to Batman. It's always detective based. It's always noir based. It's always real world based. And I just love their stuff. So Long Halloween, Dark Victory, that is in this week as well. So yeah, those are all going under the shelves, as I say. Combination of trade paperbacks, omnibuses, compendiums, hardcovers, all sorts. I'll be getting another big order put together tonight for next week as well. But in the meantime, as ever, anything appeals to you there, just get in touch with us. We can always hold things over or make sure that you don't miss out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this as always. Hope it proves useful, keeping you up to date with everything that's out every week. So, you know, well, look forward to seeing you guys hopefully in the store now that I'm back. And again, thanks to Keith for looking after it for us. So I will hopefully see you guys in the store soon. So I hope you take it easy.